I'm Becky Griffith, and in 1984, I was kidnapped and raped at several different locations at the hands of an early released prisoner. Mine is sadly an old story ever new. I was pulling up from work and I did not see him. He came from behind a brick wall. He was on foot. I had opened my car door to get out and turned back to get the ubiquitous paperwork. And when I turned back around, he was shoving his way into the car. Everybody tells you, well, why didn't you do this? And you're going, I was exhausted. We'd had an event that day, and I was exhausted. All I was doing is thinking jammies in bed. I was not thinking, oh, I need to prepare. He had shoved himself into the car. I attempted to get out, and with that, a stronghold came across my neck and he bit my face. So I knew he was in control. And after going to those different locations, we did come back, and he said, "You'd like to get out, wouldn't you?" And then I knew his intentions were to kill me. I have to say, without question, my detectives were equal parts commitment and compassion, and how they gently attended to not just me and my family was probably what allowed the process to go at a different speed or whatever. They gleaned the information they needed, they acted quickly. We settled in for a long ride. I have a necklace that I wore all the time, and I took it off to give it to him because I said, "You're going to need money. This necklace is worth a lot of money." And I knew if he were found, that necklace would be recognized. I wore it everywhere. We had to limp into a gas station to get assistance because the car had a flat tire. And my clothes were torn, I was bleeding, he had me tied up, and I said, "I look a little suspicious. Please untie me." And he did. Here we are in a gas station. Gas station attendants came around to the left side of the car, and I bolted. And I ran into the gas station, and I said, "Get the police. I've been raped and robbed." In scant seconds, or before I left the scene, I could see the helicopters and I could hear the cars and the screaming sirens. Somebody I owe a true debt to is Olga. That was the dog. And the necklace I was making reference to has the teeth marks in it from the dog, from Olga, because he had my jewelry in his pocket. I love that necklace. They stayed with me. They brought the mug shots to my home for me to identify. They were amazing. I can clearly see that day and them coming in. It looked like, when you go get wallpaper and those books, and they were the mugshots. And I turned page after page thinking, what if I don't find him? What, this person needs to be apprehended. What are we going to do? And then I said, there he is. Carol Etherington and Amy Griffith had a support group. And what I learned from it is probably plays so much of why I choose to do this. In my support group, I was one of the few people that had told anybody, which I knew instantly why that support group was so important. A lot of this was ancestral acts, and they felt there'd be retaliation or whatever. So you learned to build your support group. And I can say I had that as a result of the police department, and I was very glad because I come from a long line of strong women, and I had such a supportive family, but they're having their pain too. You need to go find people that will find help for you, as far as agencies like Tennessee Voices. There are smells, there are sounds, there are days, there are places that you always refer to as triggers when anybody's been through a trauma. And there are definitely places that I think, maybe if I go this way, and I don't know what this has been years ago. And so I'm fairly comfortable and happy, but there are those moments. And that creates a fear factor that I wanted to do as much as I could to say, it happened, but this is what you can do to be able to go on and live the life that you were intended to. Don't let this define you. I want to reassure you that we will always be there for you, whether it's a phone call, meeting, you want to talk. Go to your church, go to your family, go to your friends, get professional help, go to an agency. There's so much more in place today.